Hi, welcome back. So in my last video and my last post, I mentioned that we are going to build everything from scratch, and it's going to be an Angular spa, and our overall enterprise application will have two parts. One of it will be a server-side application, and the second of it will be a client-side application. And the server side of this application will be a web API, and the web API project, the overall web API project will be an entire, will implement an entire architecture. And to start everything off, I would like to set up a repository, an online repository. To set up an online repository, I'll go to this website called Bitbucket. So if you are following along and trying to, do everything on your own, first thing you have to do is that you have to, sign up for yourself. In my case, I gave it a name, Hi-Fi Bank, and I just, select a username and a password, and I set up my account. So since my account is already set up, I'm going to log into that account. Not this one. It is actually Hi-Fi Bank. Let me log into my account. So I'm logged into my account, and I have already set up a repository called Hi-Fi Bank. So if you want to set up a repository from scratch, what you'll do is you go to repository and create a repository, and you can give it a name and hit create repository. So this will create a repository for you, okay? And next thing is you have to clone it to use it with Visual Studio. So what you do, you hit clone, and you just copy this URL. Then you will just open Visual Studio. Actually, I don't want to open 2015, so let me open Visual Studio, and okay, so it's open. I'm going to hit new project. I'll select web Angular, and will give it a name, Hi-Fi Bank. Okay, bank. So actually, I already created this project before recording this video. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to open the project I already created, and in the template selection I selected an empty project, which will give me nothing, just a blank project inside a solution. And what I did is actually I renamed the project from Hi-Fi Bank to Hi-Fi Bank Web API, because this project will going to have only the Web API layer of it, and later we will add other projects into this solution. So as you can see right now, it just have this a blank Web API project, and web.config and few necessary references. That's it. So to set up an online repository, we will go to Team Explorer, and we will go to settings, Git settings, and make sure that you use a username and the email address you were using when you created your Bitbucket account. In my case, I have a username Hi-Fi Bank, and this is an email address associated with it. And then you can hit update whenever you change these settings. Other than that, you can go to repositories. Connect to team projects. You can click this and then clone. And here, what you will do is you will paste your URL, and you will hit clone. Now when you will hit clone, it will add this local git repository, and and it will already be cloned to your online account, online repository at GitHub. Once this is there, what you can do is just go to your Solution Explorer and hit add Solution Explorer, add this solution to source control. Since in my solution is already added to source control, that's why it's not this option is not visible here. So let me check if I can uninstall. No, I think it's not giving me option to remove the solution. Let me check. Yeah, it's not giving me option to remove the solution from source control. So if you are going to follow it from scratch, what it will give you, that it will give you option to add solution to source control. And once the solution is added to source control, what you will do is you will right click and hit commit. I can show you the commit option if I just change a simple thing like let's say change it, put a space here, and what can I change? Okay, let's change this comment. I'll add just another T. So my web.config is changed, and you can see this little tick mark here, which means that this file was changed. So if I hit commit on this, it will show me that there is a change in all of the files that were changed since my last commit. I can give a comment when you're going to commit it for the first time. You can give a comment like initial commit, and then you will hit commit. So I'll exclude it for now, and also make sure that web.config is one of the I'll just undo the changes I made. And so when you're going to commit it for the first time, it might give you an error that there is no repository set up. So it will give you a text box to put URL to attach this code to a certain repository. In that URL, you will just give the same URL you see in when you see it here, the same URL you're seeing right now. You'll just use the same URL, and when you hit commit, you will see that everything will be pushed to your online repository. And to verify that, you can hit source, and you will see that you have your folder Hi-Fi Bank, and you can see your solution file, and in your folder Hi-Fi Bank you will see your repositories and everything, web.config. For some odd reason, I'm not been able to navigate to my maybe something with my account, with my internet connection, I guess. Yeah, now you can see that it's showing me my web.config and every other thing. So that's how we're going to set up our code repository. And in the future, whenever we are going to make some changes to our code, add different projects, add a web API project and stuff like that, we will commit all the changes, and all the changes will be uploaded to this online repository. So that's it from this screencast. Thank you.